Guys, when we live in a world of shifting global alliances and rising economic giants, India and US stand at a pivotal juncture at this point of time and poised to redefine their relationship. So, with Donald Trump back on the world stage, the potential for a groundbreaking trade deal between these two nations have reignited. So, for India, this is more than just economic strategy. It's an opportunity to secure critical technologies and also expand its market access and also counterbalance regional power dynamics. So Trump's second term could be the perfect catalyst for India to cement its place as a global economic powerhouse while at the same time deepening ties with the US in an unprecedented way. So I will be getting into this topic, and with the help of a PPT, I'll be explaining about this more to you. So let's get started about the topic, that is India-US relations, the new era of India-US relations. So guys, let's get started. So, if you see over the past 2 decades, India and US have seen significant improvements in their bilateral relations, and it was driven primarily by the shared economic as well as the strategic interest. So now, if you look at with Donald Trump's election victory recently, so the discussions around a possible trade deal between the two nations has been resurfaced. And the experts view Trump's second term as a golden opportunity for India and the US to finalize a mutually beneficial trade agreement. So we will be discussing more into this. If you see, the US presidential election is globally a significant event, absolutely no doubt about that. You know, the influence of America extend across geopolitical and economic matters across the world. But some argue that America's power has slightly, waned in recent years, and it remains a critical player in global affairs. Still, America remains as a critical player in the global affairs, and Trump's election win, especially after overcoming numerous challenges, has positioned him uniquely to make impactful decisions, including the one that could further India US relation, and that's exactly what we are looking at. And if you see, many countries hold mixed opinions about Trump, but India view him, through a distinct lens actually. And his a strong relationship with Prime Minister Modi during his first term and alignment on various issues have garnered him significant support within India. We discussed about this many times in the previous videos. So for India, Trump's presidency could offer beneficial outcomes. That's what we are expecting, especially given his stance on international trade dynamics, which may lead to reduced economic barriers between India and US. Now, if you see, United States have become an indispensable partner for India across multiple domains, and from defense and technology and to trade and across different domains, America's support has actually improved and bolstered India's position globally. So the US is India's largest trading partner and supplying critical resources and serving as an essential market for Indian product also. And we enjoy a trade surplus with US. And this relationship is actually further strengthened by the substantial Indian diaspora in the US, which remain a bridge between the two nations also. So again, in UPSC, they used to ask questions about Indian diaspora as well in different countries when it comes to the international relation. Now, guys, again, Trump's first term saw initiatives that brought India and US very closer, such as the revival of Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, the Quad, with Japan and Australia to counterbalance the Chinese influence. Additionally, the 2+2 dialogue and agreements like communications, compatibility, and security agreement, COMCASA, COMCASA. So that is again help to enhance defense collaboration between the two countries, laying a solid foundation for potential new agreements for a second term. Now, if you look at the challenges regarding the trade balance, one of the main issue in India-US trade relation has been the trade deficit from the American perspective. Just before I told you we have a surplus, but from their side there is a trade imbalance, right? So we are having the surplus. That means there is a deficit from their side. So Trump repeatedly criticized India's high tariffs, which he claimed were unfavorable to the US exporters because of the high tariffs which we have imposed on their products. It is actually not favoring the US exporters, and because of that, US export to India is less. Because of that, India enjoy the trade surplus. But India, on the other hand, as we discussed, enjoy that trade surplus with exports is more than its imports from US, and the reason is also very clear. So, despite these differences, both countries recognize the value of partnership that balance trade more equitably. And we will also look at you know the efforts. See, in response to this trade deficit, India increased imports from US, particularly in energy resources like crude oil. So there is a concern about less import or the trade surplus that we enjoy and the deficit that they have. So we actually increase the imports of energy resources like crude oil, where we need import. We completely dependent on import. So this move actually helped to reduce the deficit and satisfying the US while providing India with a reliable sources of energy at the same time, because we completely depending on import for crude oil. Now, such kind of proactive measures demonstrate India's willingness to address US concerns while fostering stronger economic ties, which is actually creating a positive atmosphere for a future trade deal and a better trade deal and a effective trade deal. So now what is going to be the conclusion? Yes, okay. So guys, now as second Trump term presents a unique chance for India to secure a comprehensive trade deal with the US, which can open doors to critical technologies and other economic advantage also. So we will try to use it maximum. And Trump's agenda aligns with India's aspirations to challenge, Chinese influence. So Trump aspirations is also aligning with India's aspiration, right, to counter the Chinese influence. And that is actually further motivating both the nations to pursue a deal. And as both countries work towards a mutually beneficial agreement, their partnership could serve as a significant geopolitical counterbalance in the region. So that's all about this session. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next session.